Welcome to the show. Hi, y'all. It's me, your girl, Nick. And this is Confessions of a Single Black Girl. Hey, we back. We back. And it's 2023. Yeah. I'm so 80s ridiculous. Like, child. I wonder what my theme song would have been in the 80s. It would have been like, I don't know. Like, no, it wouldn't have been like Moesha. It would have been like something really dorky. Like, I don't know. Like, and then the title wouldn't be Confessions of a Single Black Girl. It would just be like, Nick. Or, Welcome to Nikki. It'd be like, Nick's show, like, because everybody had to name themselves like by their name, because God forbid you had a name that wasn't your name. Anyways, guys, hey, happy new year. Welcome to 2023 with me. Okay. Oh, you know what sucks right now is that I forgot to delete the last recording, so I have even less time, so we gotta talk real quick, y'all. So this is a catch up with me in 2023. Hey, y'all. So I'm just popping in really to catch up because I had something on my mind. Okay, during Christmas of 2022, your girl got COVID, y'all. Yes, I was out for the count for a little bit, but not really. I didn't lose my voice, as you can see. So it was actually better than when I had the RSV the month or two before. But it was crazy getting sick again, and I was just like, what is this? What is happening? What is this happening to me? No, Lord. And it was COVID, y'all. I was so shocked. I was like, when I swabbed myself, I was like, this is not gonna be COVID. This is like the flu. I was just like, this is the flu or something. I don't know. Even though I don't want any parts of the flu, but I just swore it was the flu. I don't know why. That thing lit up like a Christmas tree, honey. A Christmas tree. But it's weird because I always say this is the first time I got COVID because this is the first official time that I've ever swabbed and seen it positive. But I suspect that I had COVID before. I'm sorry. This thing, my cell phone is going off like it got something to say. All right. But yeah, I suspect like I felt this way before, but more extreme. When this thing hit, it was hitting me, but it was mild still. Like I felt like the symptoms were mild, but I isolated because I didn't want anybody to get sick around me, so I stayed my butt inside the house. My child isolated upstairs. My father, I don't know. he was half isolated, half not isolated. Honey, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But anyways, the reason why I came on here was because I was just thinking about something. It's so funny. I actually sat down to like write in my journal. I have a journal, y'all. I've had this journal since 2021. I believe this is probably going to be the last year for this journal. I'm not going to lie to you because I only have but so much pages left. So this journal is soon on its way out, and I'm not upset about it. Like, I got this journal in January of 2021. And it's so interesting, like, when I'm talking to God, because I write this journal like I'm talking to God. I kid you not. Like, like God is literally my full-on best friend. And it's like, there's names in here that, not that I forgot about them, but like, it's weird. Like, I forgot how I felt about them. Like, there's someone in particular in this book, and it's like, wow, I really did have like a lot of feelings towards that person. And not to be weird, but this was someone that I fell into a situationship with, and I don't even know how it happened. I'm sure maybe he knows. I don't know. I don't think it was his plot or plan for us to be in a situation at all. But I do believe that after this situation, I definitely was changed again in the way that I want to entertain men. Even though it took me a while to come to this conclusion, I don't want a man who's dating me that cannot control his sexual urges, right? Because when I was in this situation with this particular person, I never felt like they were with me because of, or not with me because we weren't really together. Let's be clear, because the situation, honey. Okay. Let's be clear, okay, honey? Let's be clear. A situation, y'all not together. But I never felt like that person was hanging out with me or giving me their time because of some kind of sexual requirement, or like that was necessary. I'm not gonna lie and act like, oh, we didn't fall into an activity of sex at time. Yeah, we did, but it was very like rare and in between, honey. But what I will say is that I learned from it. And it's weird how you forget what you learn sometimes when you're interacting and dating other people, and like you kind of like, excuse me, I don't know why I keep rubbing this eye today. And it's like you're interacting and dating other people, and you like kind of feel like you have to like please them, and no you don't. No you don't. Be careful and be mindful of falling into people pleasing habits, okay? Be mindful of that, especially like if you have a goal of being abstinent before marriage. Like, be mindful of that. There's nothing wrong with you being like, I don't want to have sex with somebody until we're married. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not even a judgment on people who don't live like that either. It's not a judgment. I think a lot of people feel judged or like, I don't know, convicted. But if you're convicted, that's not from me, honey. I'm going to just let you know that, because I do not convict. I just tell you how I'm living my life. And if somewhere how I'm living my life troubles your spirit, you gotta figure out why. Okay, you gotta figure out why. Anyways, so that also brings me to like my dating. So I'm gonna get there. Okay, I pulled out this book because I decided, you know what, the thought came to me, start writing down the characteristics of my husband, of what I would want my husband to be like, what I would like to see from my husband, the characteristics I would like him to have, and vice versa. Not vice versa, but etc. etc. Not vice versa, etc. etc. So anyways, and that made me think about like what was happening when I had COVID, where like, I don't know, I had this urge like, yo, go on some dating apps. Put yourself out there. Go on some dating apps. What are you scared of? And I'm gonna tell you, one of the biggest things that scares me about dating apps, even more than people being like murderers, true story, is people I know seeing me on there. I kid you not. Like, that's one of the scariest things to me about dating apps. Like, oh my gosh, they're probably like, oh Lord, look how they have fallen. I just find dating apps to be the low of the lowest forms of how you date. Like, what? It's just skeevy to me. It's skeevy, y'all, and cringy. Like, why are we doing this to ourselves? But in 2022 and now 2023, people are scared to approach people outside. People are scared to like date. People are scared to go in bars. People are scared to just be around other people. And I pray that fear will totally go away. But until then, I guess that's the way it is. So I went on. I gave myself a nickname. It's a nickname that I actually used to use when I was in high school. So it's so funny that it came to me and I was just like, yeah, let me use this. And it's cool. I had like some really great dope conversations with a lot to a few gentlemen, and it dwindled. I started to like really define, like cut out, boom boom boom. And it's so funny that most of my most amazing conversations were people who did not even align with me spiritually, which I kind of knew that would happen, because weirdly enough, I know that I'm a very open-minded person, like, but I have my morals and my standards that do not, at this at this point in my life where I'm at with God, there's no moving me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I can have a conversation with someone who's a non-believer and it flow effortlessly. Okay? Because I just believe in showing up in love at all times. So it doesn't matter. I'm going to show up in love. I'm not going to judge you. It is what it is. Again, if you feel judged, it's not coming from me, honey. No, baby. I'm not going to judge you. But if you want to know my Jesus, let's talk. But I always tell people, if you met me, you're going to hear about God. You're going to hear about Jesus. Like, you're going to hear about the way I love him and et cetera, et cetera. So if you want to continue. It is what it is. But I digress. It was interesting to me that a lot of the people who did not co-sign to like the way I was living my life as far as being abstinent, they wanted to hear more from me. They wanted to hear more. They wanted to see how I was actually living my life. So that was also interesting. And I didn't mean for this to be a scientific experiment, but it became that. So there was one guy in particular that I really actually liked. And we actually got far to like set a date. It was supposed to be this week. It was supposed to be tomorrow, actually. This date was supposed to be tomorrow. But it's canceled. Just because when he started to really think about it and break it down, he really does not co-sign to the lifestyle of being abstinent. I'm not gonna say he's lusty, but you're a little lusty. No, he's not. He's not. He's not playing with you now. We all have our things, and some people, they just like, that's not how they're leading their lives, and that's okay. Like, I just know that I want my husband to be able to do that with me. I want him to be able to cut, to like kill his flesh, to do something to really get to know me on a higher intimate level, because sex is easy. Okay, y'all? We know this, like, for those of us who know. But sex is easy. It's when you're out here trying to like really intimately connect with someone without that and really learn them and understand them. That's like a whole different experience and a whole different level of love. Like when you're just being vulnerable and showing yourself for who you are without the sexual intimacy, it's like, it's mind-blowing. And I think it also can hurt you more in a weird sense, right? Not like hurt you like soul ties and all that. That's something I just don't want. I don't want anybody's demons attaching to me, like your depression, your anxiety. Get back there, because we're not doing that right here. But when I mean like hurt you more, it's just like, dang, like it can be so intimate when you're getting to know someone raw in that way, like vulnerable in that way, where you can't hide behind, let's have sex to move forward. No, you have to actually communicate to move forward. You have to actually sometimes tell this person what you're fearful of, or what you're scared of, or your intimate thoughts. Like, you have to really learn another person. So it can hurt. It can hurt. It can be scary. But I don't know. I want to do it anyway. I want to do it anyway. And I don't know. I'm excited for that. So that's one of the reasons why I also like was okay with how it went. Well, I'm not okay with the fact that we didn't really just say, hey, it's cool, we can be friends, whatever. Apparently he didn't want to be friends with me, because I was just kind of like, it's okay, don't even worry about it, like, don't feel any way. Like, that's what I was trying to display or bring forth. I don't think that's what he felt, I guess. I don't know, maybe he felt like I was upset. I'm not upset, I was disappointed, but I really don't want someone to feel like I'm holding them up, or like, pressured to do something, live their life differently than how they want to live it. Like, you're a grown person. So it's like, that's not for me to do that. That's not for me to like change you as a person. Only God can change you. And I allow God to change me in the way that I live my life. And that's fine. And there's a lot of people, like, I'll talk to I talked to an ex-boyfriend, and I was telling him, and he's like, all power to you, because I couldn't do it, but and that's fine, because a lot of people can't. A lot of people can't. A lot of people don't want to either. And that's fine. I want to. I want to experience someone on that level. Because I just feel like it's gonna be amazing then. Like, because you're like fully connected. I don't know. I just feel that way. But and yeah, like the whole idea also, I've come to realize some people don't really want marriage. Like they think they do, because the whole idea of marriage also scares someone. Like, wait, you waiting for marriage? What if I don't really, like you? But you mean I can't, like, what if that helps me to like you? Like, guys will be like, what if that helps me like you more? No, bruh. Hilarious. Anyway, so I was on there, and then I think it was like this Sunday, basically, my pastor was preaching about something about, like, whatever my pastor said, like, it kind of made me think, like, oh, okay, God, I hear you. I felt like that was also God telling me, okay, it's time to come off of it now. So it's like he told me to go on, in a sense, like he allowed me to go on there, fiddle daddle a little bit, and then he was like, all right, it's been like 10-15 days, time to come off. So I was like, all right, I gotta come off, because sorry, my phone is like going off on some, it has that light that it just pops up, and it's really annoying. But purposely, I did it like the purpose, obviously. Anyway, so let me get back to it. Okay, so so I came off. I was still talking to that person or whatever, and it was cool. We were having a great conversation, and this week it ended. So no date tomorrow, unfortunately. I won't have an update on some great date that I went on. But I did, again, go into my book, and I'm starting a list of the characteristics of the type of man that I want to date next to be my forever husband. I think that's important. I feel like I know I have done this before, but I feel like right now, the way my mindset is, I want to really go back and tweak that. I have to find where I put that list. I got to see if it's in the beginning of this journal, or if I did a separate letter and stuck it somewhere, because I do stuff like that. But I definitely am going to write this list out. I definitely, I do need a man who's after God's heart. Like, it's important, ladies. For my latest, I didn't know this was going to be a dating episode, but clearly it is. Maybe this is about, like, when you see people talk about kingdom marriages and stuff like that, maybe this is my kingdom marriage moment. I don't know. But there's something about this that God is telling me to do, like, write out the type of man that I want to be with, what he will look, even from what he looks like, how he talks to me, his his temperament, etc. And write it down if you haven't, and that's okay. Write it down, pray on it, ask God to bless it, ask God to bless your future marriage, and then go about your day, okay? Because we're not sitting up here just worrying about a man. Like, we have other things to do, honey. Big things are coming. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really excited about 2023. Okay, I'm excited. I'm enlightened about it. Like, enlightened? Is that the word I want to use there? I'll come back to this. But I'm excited. I'm in great expectations. That's how excited I am. I have great expectations towards this year for so many people. It's called, like, especially us. Listen, us believers. This is it. This year, child, it's about to blow your mind, honey. It's about to blow your mind this year, okay? Because so much is about to happen for you, like, just like abundance on top of abundance and overflow on top of overflow, and just like expediently fast, okay? Things are going to be happening. Like, 2023 is going to woo, but the things that are going to be wooing during 2023 is going to blow your mind. And I just feel like there's going to be a lot of surprises for us. Like, I don't know, good surprises. Like, oh my God, like, did you really do this? Like, that type of, I keep telling y'all, I cannot wait to be like having that surprise shock face moment. Like, oh my God, like every week. I want a surprise shock face every week. Like, oh my God, did that just happen? Oh my God, did that just happen? Like, excuse me. Excuse me, sorry y'all. I just like am amazed by how God is moving and how he's flowing and the things that he's about to do. I just feel like it's amazing. But one thing I want to say to people, like, because I know for me personally, there's something that's about to happen in my life that I have not gotten out there and talked to people about, just basically because God has told me to be private about certain things, a lot of things, because not because people don't care for me, but not everybody will embrace it in its younger phase. Not everybody will will you know will like be like having the best thoughts about it because of whatever season they are in their life. And you have to be mindful of that, especially when God is telling you like, keep this hush hush from the masses, because not everybody will have a good energy towards it. They, when they say people are bad minded, like some people are bad minded not because they don't care about you, but because they don't want to see you do better than them. Let's just be clear. And then some people are bad minded because they just want to do better and they feel like, why isn't things happening for me? So they put out that energy out there towards another person when they see God elevating them or doing other things in their life. And I know God is doing things where it's like completely in his control in my life at this point. And I'm really, really putting myself in a place where I'm just like, Lord, if I try to control this, just hit my hand. Hit my hand, Lord. Just say no. And I don't know, it's been crazy doing that because it's crazy scary, but at the same time, it's like been very beneficial for me to do it that way. It's been very beneficial for me to just be like, Lord, you know what? I give this to you. I give this to you. And like, child, he has been blowing my mind, especially like certain instructions where he's like, okay, go now and do this today, right now. And there's things that he's been blocking, and I know it's God blocking it. Because at first I was like, enemy don't want me to win. But then I'm like, nah, I think God just don't want me to do that no more. Because there ain't no way. And again, we spoke about this before where I said like a lot of these things are your protection. It's not God like being like, no, where you have to be like, Lord, when you don't want me to succeed. People just blame God for certain things that's not even how it is that he's protecting you from doing certain things that will be to your detriment rather than to your growth. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. And yeah, there's a lot of things coming down the pipeline for me, and I'm excited. I'm excited to when I can finally express it to everyone because, whoo, child, I've been feeling like CIA secret agent. Which is not a bad thing, because not everything needs to be told to everybody at one time. Sometimes certain people need to know and certain people don't need to know. Because there's certain things that I've said to certain people even about it that I thought they were the people who I should express this to, and it was just kind of like, met like, But I'm going to give them grace because I know where the is coming from. When someone isn't really prepared for something, or they haven't yet opened their heart to something for themselves yet, and just really kind of just embrace, regardless of whatever is happening, like embrace the fact that, God's still bringing you through, God's still protecting you, God's still doing certain things. Some people, they can't be happy for you when they're not fully happy for themselves. Okay? Understand what I'm saying? Some people can't be fully happy for you because they're not even fully happy for themselves yet. And mind you, they might have went through the same situation, but they're just not happy yet in that situation for them to be happy for another person. So what I learned was my situation is going to bless other people, because once I tell the full testimony on it, they're going to be like, oh, snap, are you serious? Yes, honey, serious. Very serious. Anyways, y'all. So I don't know. What are your plans for the new year? Is there something else that you're doing? Is there instructions that God is giving you that you're like, yeah, you know what, God? I want to get this done. I want to get that done. And God is like, okay, well, I need you to do this. I know God has definitely put me in a place of rest. He's like, rest, relax. before my next contract. And that's really what I have been doing. Even like going out, I'm just kind of like, I don't think I'm going to go nowhere. Like this weekend is a lot of events because it's, January is like Founders Day weekend for a very special group of D9 sororities and fraternities. And no. But and there's a lot of different events happening. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna be very picky and choosy about which ones I attend, because all of that draws my energy out, and I don't need to do that. So I need to rest and be what y'all call a soft girl. Rest in my soft girl lifestyle. Yes. But yeah, I don't know. If y'all have not written out a list about your mate, to my ladies, to my men, do it. Like, write it out. If you have one, an old one, and you're like, yeah, my whole mindset has changed on that, rewrite your list. That's it. It's simple. Also, for all of you who are going into business, write out the type of business plan. Start writing out your business plan. That's something, trust me, I understand. Because I have a problem with that too. I just, planning bothers me. But I decided that before this week is over, I need to like really not attack aggressively, but really sit and make sure that I'm writing out a solid business plan that I could express to other people, because it's time to move forward. Anyways, y'all, I'm going to hop off of this quick chat. I'll probably be back on Sunday for a full hour podcast. Don't know if I'm going to record it on YouTube, but I just wanted to do a quick, check-in with me in 2023. Hey, don't steal my tag. Like, that's the title for this show, and that might be a tag for this whole year. I don't know. So don't steal it. Don't steal it, okay? I claim it. In the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. Nah, but I'm hopping off. Yeah, I'm gonna go do something productive. I don't know, use the bathroom, wash my face. I feel like a pimple's coming up. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Clean and clear skin. I am a clown. Anyways, y'all, I'm excited for this year. I got some interviews coming up, so be on the lookout for that. Okay, we might be talking about dating and marriage a lot. I don't know. I feel like that's a area that I need to talk about, especially abstinence. But anyways, y'all, it's been real. Share, like, and subscribe. Confessions of a Single Black Girl, Anchor, Apple Podcast, Spotify. You catch me all those places. I love you lots. As always, stay blessed. Bye.